It is no longer news that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra has been sentenced to life imprisonment, meaning the leader of the Igbo people in Nigeria have been sentenced to life imprisonment. I've been sharing a lot of videos of my Igbo Nigerian people reacting to the sentence that was being given to Nnamdi Kanu. They said it is unjust that the Igbos are just being hated on. Let's watch the reactions.
Finally, Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to life imprisonment by the presiding judge, Mr. James Omotosho. Now, this judgment was passed few minutes ago. 1 hour ago, I told you guys that the judgment will be passed by 3:50, and it started by 3:50, and just few minutes ago they have sentenced the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to life imprisonment. He's not going to come out again. The federal government will seize him for the rest of his life. He has been sentenced to life imprisonment by the presiding judge in Federal High Court, Abuja. Now, the presiding judge, Mr. James Omotosho, found him guilty in so many areas. He was found guilty as the leader of a terrorist group in Nigeria. He was found guilty by inciting violence in the southeastern part of Nigeria. He was found guilty by inciting violence on social media in Nigeria. So many other charges. He was found guilty in all these counts. And finally, the presiding judge in the Federal High Court, Abuja, has finally sentenced the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to life imprisonment. Now, this judgment was passed few minutes ago. This judgment has caused a lot of controversy on social media. A lot of people, Igbos, are not happy about this judgment. They are asking the federal government a lot of questions, but it is what it is. A lot of people are saying that the federal government has sentenced an innocent man to life imprisonment because he's an Igbo.
Show me! Show me! Well, I will rise and come back. You can you please take him out? I will come back. I rise. I'll come back in 5 minutes.
Final written address is a constitutionally mandated right which I must be granted. It is in the constitution of this very country that final written addresses, my lord, must be granted. I have not waived it, my lord, and I insist that I address this court on all these issues. My lord, do not permit
the defendant.
My lord.
Consultant, can you tell?
Share this, you guys.
Please, let me finish.
Please.
It's my case.
I've gone.
It is my case, my lord. Let me finish. My lord, this very court. Another idea that FAN was here, my lord. Another idea that FAN said. And the one point will contradict.
Guys, Nnamdi Kanu has been found guilty on 7 terrorism charges against him by the federal government. So count to 2. They said that Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on charge related to threats for imposing unlawful sit-at-home directive. Count to 3. Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on count 3 for his involvement with a banned organization. The prosecution provide evidence indicating that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu was not just a member but also the leader of IPOB, which is a prohibited group. So he was convicted for being the leader of IPOB, which the federal government declares a terror organization. So count 4 and 5. The court has found Nnamdi Kanu guilty on count 4 and 5 of inciting violence during the NSAS protest, resulting in the killings of security personnel and the destruction of government properties in Lagos. Wait, the NSAS protest was Nnamdi Kanu. Wahala. In count 6, the court found Nnamdi Kanu guilty on count 6, making a broadcast in Nigeria against the federal government where he ordered members of IPOB to manufacture bombs and other explosives. Count 7. The court found Nnamdi Kanu guilty of count 7 and guilty on all 7 charges against him of terrorism. Thereby, Justice Omotosho said, I hold that Nnamdi Kanu is an international terrorist. This is the final court judgment. It's well expected, like I know. The moment I found that these people start this story, long notes, 1 hour, 2 hours, I said, I'm waiting judgment. I know this judgment, all this wasting time is just to find reason to send him to jail. It's well expected. They never fail. They have shown us that Igbos doesn't matter in this country. We won't take this. We won't take it. The NSAS protest has been now pinned on Nnamdi Kanu. The NSAS protest that the Nigerians, the youth themselves, stood up with one voice. Now is an IPOB protest. is well. This illegal government will never stop to amaze us. Anyway, make una share this video and watch it.
I hereby sentence the convict to life imprisonment.
I hereby sentence the convicts to life imprisonment for the said counts 1, 4, 5, and 6 instead of death sentence. Life is sacred to God. With respect to count 3, he is hereby sentenced to 20 years imprisonment without no option or fine. For count 7, he is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment without no option or fine. To extend the mercy, I hereby order that the sentence shall run concurrently. And due to the nature of the offenses that borders on terrorism and the attitude, violent nature of the defendants that I have taken judicial notice. The last adjourned date, he was so unruly and expressed violence, even was about to beat the security officers here. This morning, he repeated same. That has been his trait, his attitude. So I have no hesitation in coming to the conclusion that convict has the tendency of violence. The tendency of violence has not left him. It is based on this that he must be kept in facility that is suitable for his custody, as putting him in Kuje Correctional Center may not be appropriate. And also, I take judicial notice and that for conclusion of the judgment and from the exhibits that I've analyzed in my judgments, substantially, the convicts made use of computer device like phones in making broadcasts to incite and call for all these atrocities. It is based on that without hesitation, I agree with the counsel to the prosecution that the convicts must not be allowed near any digital device, and if he must be closely monitored by the Office of the National Security Advisor. Those people of Biafra, IPOP, a proscribed organization, did commit an act in furtherance of acts of terrorism against the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria by making a broadcast received and heard in Nigeria within the duration of this call.
A lot of Nigerians are already reacting about this judgment that was being given to Nnamdi Kanu. Some Nigerians were saying, if Nnamdi Kanu can just say a word and they sentence him to life imprisonment, what happens to all those Boko Haram people that were captured and later on released? People that have unalived people, they were captured and later on they were released and rehabilitated. That is the anger of a lot of Nigerians. Now, they were supposed to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death, but the judge decided to sentence him to life imprisonment. There is no difference between life imprisonment and sentencing to death, and it doesn't have any possibility of parole. Nobody's going to bring him out. He's going to buy in prison. This is getting serious, and a lot of Igbo people are already accusing fingers at the Yoruba people of Nigeria, because the judge is the Yoruba man. Now they are saying the Yorubas are against the Igbos in Nigeria. A lot is currently going on in Nigeria right now. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe.